ATLA Religion is the world's leading database for religious and theological research. When researching specific biblical passages, familiarity with how to conduct a scripture search can save time and yield better results. In this brief video, we'll look at 4 strategies for locating information on specific passages from the Bible. But before we begin, we should note that finding information about a specific book of the Bible can be problematic. The language itself is an issue. For example, simply searching for Matthew, Mark, John, Jonah, or even Job can be frustrating since these common terms will likely yield irrelevant results, and databases like ATLA offer helpful features that can make searching both easier and more effective. It's important to recognize that effective searching within a database like ATLA will usually involve multiple search strategies, and this is because of the Ecclesiastes 1:15 rule, what is lacking cannot be measured, or, in terms of information searching, we simply don't know all that we haven't found. So, it's good practice to employ multiple search strategies, and here are 4 suggestions. Easy access to ATLA is available under the Quick Links menu at the library homepage. Now, if I'm looking for information about Matthew's Gospel, for example, the Scripture Search tab is a tool that can make my searching more effective. The Scripture Search is quick, easy, and precise, and it's a great place to start. Just click Scriptures at the top of the screen. Now, once I find the book I'm looking for, clicking on the title pulls up all items associated with that book in general. And I can search within these results by adding terms related to my specific inquiry. Now, to pull up items associated with a specific chapter, I can also click the Expand button beside the book title and then click the chapter number for my passage. Or I can click Expand again to search for items associated with a specific verse. However, keep in mind that a verse level search is very limited. I recommend searching at the book and chapter levels so that relevant resources are not accidentally overlooked. But again, in ATLA, the Scriptures Search tab is a really good place to start. A second option for locating items on biblical passages is to use the Scripture Citation Limiter available in the Select a Field menu. Click SC Scripture Citation after you enter the name of your book. Now, interestingly, in this case, the Scripture Citation Limiter retrieves about 500 more results than the Scripture Search tab did. Despite the possibility of more results, search terms can be an issue for the Scripture Citation Limiter. For example, instead of 1 Samuel, you should use Samuel. So keep in mind that your initial search language should remain general. Use the Scripture Citation Limiter to retrieve broad, relevant results, and then you can search within these results by specific vocabulary related to your topic. Now, with this next strategy, we'll be casting a wider net, and so the possibility of retrieving non-relevant results is greater. But nevertheless, a third strategy for searching a biblical passage is to use the SU Subjects Limiter, also available in the Select a Field menu. Note that compared with the SC Scripture Citation Search, the SU Search pulls up more numerous results, and you can search within the results by specific vocabulary. But let's do a quick comparison. Here we have 2 search strategies side by side. On the left, I've used the SU Subjects Limiter, and on the right, I've used the SC Scripture Citations Limiter. Now notice the results. While the SU Subject Search has yielded more retrievals, the second may not even be relevant to my inquiry. However, the third result was not even retrieved by the SC Scripture Citation Search, which I can demonstrate by a quick search for the author's name. So again, we see here the rule, what is lacking cannot be measured, and this is why it's important to use multiple search strategies for conducting thorough research. And one final note here, Be careful about your language. While SC Scripture Citation Search on Revelation pulls up items related to the book of Revelation, and SU Subject Search on Revelation pulls up an enormous amount of retrievals related to the topic of Revelation. Now finally, another tool for locating items on biblical passages is the Indexes tab. And with the Indexes tab, we're able to construct a very precise search on specific biblical passages. Just click the Indexes tab. Then, open the Browse and Index drop-down menu and click Scripture Citation. In the Browse For field, enter the book's name. Next, you'll need to select the appropriate operator, and, or not, for constructing your search. Now probably you'll want to use the term or, since the term and combines selections and increases specificity. Just checkmark the items you're looking for. And then click Search to retrieve the results. This high specificity search can be useful when trying to locate items that discuss a particular range of chapters or verses, but always keep in mind the Ecclesiastes 1:15 rule. What is lacking cannot be measured. In other words, unless you conduct multiple search strategies, you'll never know what you didn't find. If you have any questions or need help searching, feel free to contact a librarian. And be sure to check out the other video research guides provided by the Beam Library at Oklahoma Christian University.